Not often we get the chance to witness a brand new type of product being released from a company that's so popular, branching out into a completely different category of products. So today we have the Insta360 Luna Ultra here in the studio, and I'm so excited to tell you everything you need to know about this camera. So first things first, the camera setup itself. As you can see, we have two cameras here on the Luna Ultra. We have a wider angle camera and a telephoto camera. So we have two different focal lengths that we can choose between. And this is a game changer for solo creators who are looking for not just that typical action camera look or a pocket camera look, but also something that is a little bit closer to a more professional camera setup. So with this, you can easily switch between different focal lengths, between different zoom levels from 1x to 2x to 3x, 6x, and they're all lossless. The only one that is not lossless is the 12 times digital zoom, which crops 2 times more than the 6 times zoom. And you can really tell that's a little bit of digital cropping involved in the footage, but still, I would say that it's very, very usable. So the main sensor of the camera is a 1-inch 8K Leica sensor with an aperture of f1.8, which produces great image quality with a lot of detail and a lot of dynamic range, with some, I would say, very nice details even at low light. On the other hand, we have 1/1.3-inch Leica telephoto camera with an aperture of f2.0, which produces some great background blur that makes the objects pop out a lot more, and it looks really cinematic. I have to say, this produces some great looking results. On top of that, we have 8K Dolby Vision video, which the easiest way to explain Dolby Vision is just a more rich, vibrant, cinematic type of footage that is not the natural color profile, it's not the flat color profile, it's something in between that is ready to use and produces some very cinematic looking footage. So if you don't want to color grade, you can use Dolby Vision in 8K and that still looks great in my opinion. And then we have 4K 120 frames per second slow motion video on the Luna Ultra, which I believe looks fantastic. Now, the biggest thing in 4K 120, you still have flat color profile, which is called iLock here in the case of Insta360. So you have 10-bit flat color profile that's called iLock, which you can still use in 4K 120 frames per second. That's great if you want to have full control over your footage, if you want to color grade. And to be fair, all the footage that I've been shooting with the Luna Ultra ever since I got it was shot in iLock. I want to have the maximum dynamic range, I want to have the best details possible, and I want to have full control over my image. So that's why I'm shooting everything in iLock, and I made a specific LUT for iLock footage for the Luna Ultra, which you can download below if you're interested. It's a one-click LUT that just completely transforms the look of your footage and just allows you to have rich, vibrant footage with a lot of detail without really doing anything. Before we go any further and talk about the low light performance and more information about the camera, there's just no way not to mention one of the biggest elephants in the room, which is the detachable display of this camera, which is a game changer. I love this feature. There are two little buttons here on the side, the red ones, which you can press and then just pop out the screen. This is a 2-inch screen that completely gets removed from the camera and acts as a remote controller. So when you put the camera like this, you can turn it on. Obviously, you can have full control, you can move it around, and you can change all the settings, everything you need to do, and you can just place the camera wherever you want and just use this as a remote controller. I believe this is one of the biggest innovations that we've seen in a long time. So right now I'm using the detachable screen with its built-in microphone, and the camera is far away from me, giving me flexibility to kind of zoom in, set up the shot a little bit differently, maybe get out of the shot and get into it, maybe activate deep tracking, which I can do from here, and then the camera will start tracking me as I move around. I can zoom in even further, I can zoom out, and that is a game changer for solo creators like me, where you can simply put the camera somewhere and have all the control next to you, and even have a built-in microphone that you can use. I have to say it looks a little bit gimmicky to talk to the remote. I prefer to use an actual microphone, but for some scenarios this will be a really big facilitation of the whole operation when you are running solo. Now the next thing, which is quite the big deal, is low light performance on the Luna Ultra. And as you can see from the footage on the screen, we have a very bright, clean and nice looking night footage that you can shoot with less grain and noise that you would expect. This is one of the things that I'm super surprised from, because I just did not expect it to work that well. There is a pure video mode, which is kind of like night mode on this camera, which makes a big difference when you turn it on. The footage that you're able to get from the Luna Ultra at night, it just doesn't make sense in my opinion. I think it looks spectacular, it looks very clean, very nice. It might look a little bit too polished in terms of noise reduction, but I think from what you're getting from this camera, it makes for some fantastic footage that is really usable, and you don't have to apply any noise reduction plugins. You don't have to really edit it in any way. It looks great straight out of the camera. Something else which I believe will make a big difference in the way we are going to use these cameras is macro mode on the Luna Ultra. So when you go to a higher zoom amount like 3x or 6x, the camera detects an object that is close by and immediately focuses on it. The focus is incredibly good, and it's not like hunting for focus, it's not breathing in and out, it's a very direct, smooth and nice focus that is just on the object that you are filming. So this is now deep track on the Luna Ultra. The camera moves around wherever I go. I'm using the wide angle lens as well, which I think is perfect for vlogging, as you don't have to stick out your arm too far away from yourself, and you still have quite a nice view around. It's not too zoomed in, it's not too linear. So I think the wide angle lens is a must for vlogging situations, but let me just remove that so you can see the difference. So now, how are things looking like without the wide angle lens? This is just a regular 1x zoom lens. I think with the wide angle, it actually looks so much better and makes a difference for vlogging. Since both of these camera lenses are co-engineered with Leica, you have of course Leica color profiles. These are especially great for people who might be new to these cameras, or might be new to color grading, or are just in a rush. They don't want to edit their footage at all. It's a nice way to slap a nice filter on your footage without having to think about colors. It works in pretty much any scenario you can think of, and it looks great straight out of the camera. When it comes to usability, one thing I have to say is that I'm a big fan of this. This is the case that comes with the creator combo of the Luna Ultra, and this makes all the difference. Like I said, I will keep my thoughts and direct comparisons with other cameras from DJI for my full comparison video, but let's just say that this is the way to bring your camera anywhere with you without having to worry about the lenses or the screen. You can just put it face down here, close the lid, and the camera is protected. Now everything is one size, it doesn't stick out, it fits perfectly, and this is everything you need, because inside the case itself you also have space for two ND filters. I have put my wide angle lens here and a black mist filter, which by the way you can also get by ordering the Luna Ultra from the link in my description. The first 10 people will get a free black mist filter. So keep that in mind. But if you don't want to have the black mist filter, you also have ND filters available already for the camera. We have ND4, ND16 and ND64. I don't see why we don't have ND32, which for me is like the most necessary filter in bright and sunny weather. For now, those are the three filters that we have coming from Insta360 in this little box, and you can exchange the positions of the filters here and put the one that you might use for the camera later. Something else that I'm a big fan of, I'll just put the camera away for a second, are those two handles. Now we have a regular handle. This is the traditional, I would say, compact handle that you can easily attach to the bottom of the camera. Now, why would you need this handle? First, it comes with a 1/4-inch mount, so you can attach other accessories easily. And usually with DJI cameras, this is where you mount your tripod legs. Insta360 has made something quite genius. They have incorporated their tripod inside this thing. So now you have those little metal tripod legs that you can extend like so. And already you have a built-in tripod that you can use and put this on the ground. This makes a real difference in daily scenarios where you just want to make sure that you can put the camera on the ground so it doesn't fall off or the wind won't blow it out from its position. So this is a really sturdy and very compact way to have a tripod on the Luna Ultra. Now the same goes for the other handle, which is exactly the same thing, but also comes with extendable battery. So this is also charging your Luna Ultra device, but also has the same thing, the same tripod legs inside. So this does not change the form factor that much. It just gets a little bit taller, but you get a lot more battery life out of it. Small thing, but I would say that this is the big brain move from Insta360. Similar to the DJI cameras, we have a portable light that we can easily attach to the Luna Ultra. I'm not the biggest fan of this mechanism, and I think it's a little bit flimsy, the way you need to open it, mount it here, and then close it. I mean, it works, but it's not the best, in my opinion. So this is Luna Ultra in pure video mode, which is specifically made for shooting at nighttime. And as you can see, it looks pretty bright outside, but it's really not. It's 10 p.m., so it's almost pitch black outside. But with pure video, it looks like it's a lot brighter than it actually is. And what we can do to actually enhance the footage even further is to use the additional light that comes in the creator kit, which is magnetic, and you can easily just turn it on and put it on top of the device. And now, as you can see, I am super well illuminated, and I would even go and say that it's a little bit too harsh and too strong. This is the lowest setting, and you have a few more, and you have a couple of different temperatures depending on how you prefer your footage to look like. You have a little bit of warmer tone, a little bit of neutral tone, and a colder tone. So it's really up to you to decide how you want your footage to look like. But let's just say that you can definitely save the day or save the night by using this light on top of your Luna Ultra in pure video mode. Another interesting accessory that Insta360 came out with is this thing right here. It's called the POV Head Tracker, and it looks like a wireless headphone. It's supposed to fit on your right ear, and when you put it on, wherever you look, the camera will look as well. Combine that with this neck mount, and you can easily attach the camera like so. You can customize it because this is bendable, so you can customize it. You can place the camera here and then just film hands-free. Insta360 is quite known for maximizing the potential and the usability of their products by creating a whole ecosystem of different accessories. So I'm happy to see that they're doing exactly the same thing with the Luna Ultra as well, creating many different accessories that obviously will speak to different people with different needs. And lastly, as you might be able to hear, I'm also using a new microphone. This is the Insta360 Mic Pro, which is a part of the creator bundle of the Luna Ultra. And this microphone is a really cool way to showcase your uniqueness by uploading a custom photo to its e-ink display. So now I'm just using one of the basic ones, as I haven't really dove into that, but it's a really nice way to express yourself, to customize it depending on what type of clothing you're wearing, so it doesn't pop out too much, it doesn't really get noticed that much, or it can be super noticeable if that's what you're into. You can put a QR code, you can put a photo, you can put anything you want, your logo, any other company logo if you're doing some branded content. You have so much choice and so much flexibility that you can do on the Mic Pro. And you have a variety of different presets for your voice, 32-bit float, noise reduction, low cut, internal memory, and pretty much a lot of things going on. The wind muff is really solid, so it's a huge one that goes around half of the microphone, so it's also great for windy situations. And overall, I think Insta360 have really nailed this release, although the whole thing leading to the release was kind of weird, but other than that, the product itself is a really solid product. I'm super happy with the quality that I've been getting out of the Luna Ultra, the low light performance, the different focal lengths, and overall I've been really happy with this product. I'll be making a lot more content with it. Stay tuned if you want to see the best settings that you can use on the Luna Ultra to get the absolute maximum out of it, but that's coming in a future video. Before that, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss my in-depth comparison with the Osmo Pocket 4P. But for now, that's everything I have for you from today's video. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one very, very soon. Ciao.